Hi Faithbox family, my name is Kimberly and this is my first Faithbox video. Happy Sunday and happy day 26 of Renewal and day forever of quarantine, or at least it feels sometimes. Today's devotion is a declaration, and I picked this today because as a Christian, an educator, and a counselor, it reminds me of all of the affirmations that I've gotten from scripture and from my faith community. It also reminds me of all the positive things I try to make sure my students believe about themselves. It reminds me too of how miraculously powerful the mind that God created in each one of us. And we all have this little part that can be stubborn, so we have to remind our minds to believe all the really good stuff that God says about us. So a declaration today, day 26, says, I will have a mind to change. I will have a mind that embraces God's ways. I will have a mindset that refuses to bow to the enemy. I will have a mindset that receives what God will bestow upon me. And declaration or affirmation is kind of like a little pep talk. So sometimes we have to say these things. I will have a mind to change. That reminds me that I am in control. God gave me control over my own mind and thoughts and what I believe. I will have a mind that embraces God's ways. This reminds me that I need to be flexible in my thinking and not always be so stuck in my stubbornness. I will have a mindset that refuses to bow to the enemy. Reminds me that I need to use the tools that God gave me to fill my mind with His weapons and armor of love, faith, compassion, hope, self-compassion. Self-compassion is really important right now because, it's our first pandemic, so there's really no right or wrong way to handle this, right? So guess what? We're all doing great. Number 4 says, I will have a mindset that receives what God will bestow upon me. And this reminds me to be open to the gifts that God is blessing us with, no matter what they look like or how they get here. Because right now we're all in the same storm, but our boats might look different. Some people might be on a yacht full of people. Others might be in a single parents in a canoe. You might be in a kayak by yourself and okay. And then other days, or all of us some days, may feel like Rose from Titanic. We're just like holding on to that piece of wood trying to float and survive. But God has given all of us a mindset and the control of our mindset to receive the gifts that He will give us. So I pray that you're all safe and healthy. I pray you have emotional and spiritual support. And I pray that we all have a mindset to receive what God is blessing us with right now. Please reach out to others if you need it. You're not in this alone. God bless you and have a beautiful Sunday.